Are you looking for the best sunrise alarms? In this video we will look at some of the 5 best sunrise alarms on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. Philips SmartSleep Sleep and Wake Up Light, HF3650/60. This futuristic-looking, circular sunrise alarm clock from Philips has everything. It has both sunrise and sunset routines, 9 relaxing sounds to use for either bedtime or the morning, an easy setup that you won't need a manual for, a built-in FM radio, though it's best for selecting a single station to wake up to rather than surfing the channels, and a soft nightlight you can easily tap on and off for a quick dash to the bathroom. Everything on the Philips SmartSleep Sleep and Wake Up Light is done on the touch screen, which has deep yellow lettering that navigates you through setting up the time and your sunrise alarm. My only complaint about this touch screen panel is that the lettering is a little hard to read when the light is at its full brightness. But that might be the point, since you can only turn off the sunrise alarm by touching the alarm button on the screen, requiring you to face the sunlight in order to try and stop it. You can tap the top of the device to turn off whatever music you've chosen, but the light itself will stay on, perfect for actually staying awake. Number 2. Lumie Bodyclock Luxe 700 FM. If you only have room for a bedside lamp or a sunrise alarm clock, get the Lumie Bodyclock Luxe 700 FM. The sunrise alarm clock's light gets bright enough to fill my bedroom with plenty of light to get ready for bed and read a book, and it's easy to quickly switch on the light using one of the 2 dials on the Luxe 700 FM's face. It also has 27 sound options, though some are a little weird. I'm not sure if anyone would want to wake up to the sound of goats or a movie projector, but the options are there if you want them. You can set up both sunrise and sunset routines, but you'll need the manual to figure it out. The manual is plenty easy to follow, and the steps aren't complicated, but the device itself and its buttons aren't intuitive. You'll also need to switch on the alarm each night for the following day, or painstakingly set up weekly routines. But once you get the controls down and routines set, it's easy and enjoyable to use as a bedside lamp and an alarm clock, and I also enjoyed the sunset routine to help me wind down as I read my Kindle. The fabric finish also gives it a nice look on my bedside table. It's out of stock right now, but you can pre-order it on Lumie's website, or shop my alternative pick below in the meantime. Slightly smaller plus cheaper, the Lumie Shine 300, $159, is pretty similar to the Luxe 700 FM but doesn't have as many radio-forward features like the telescoping antenna and multiple channel-saving buttons, and the light controls aren't as easy as the dial. But if you don't mind those changes and want to spend less money, this sunrise lamp is a great alternative choice. Number 3. Hatch Restore 3. The Hatch Restore 3, 8/10, Wired recommends, arrived at the start of 2025, replacing the popular Hatch Restore 2. The Restore 3 has everything the previous model had, but with much better physical controls. Instead of just 2 buttons like the 2, the Restore 3 has 4 buttons, one of which doubles as a dial to adjust volume, and an alarm toggle, allowing you to better interact with the routines you create in the Hatch app without needing to touch your phone. I really love this device, especially since you can create bedtime routines with multiple layers. Mine starts with a moody red light and some folky music for 10 minutes before switching the light off and switching to ocean sounds. The new buttons are also a game changer, making it easy to adjust the volume, switch between steps in your routine, turn on the Hatch's bedside light mode, and even switch off your alarm for the next morning without needing to change your alarm settings in the app. It makes the app less necessary once you've set up your routines, which is a huge relief. The only bummer is that this light doesn't get as bright as others. The bedside lamp mode is more of a reading lamp, and I find it too easy to go back to sleep. The Philips and Lumie are more effective at actually getting me up. Make sure you choose good sounds to force you to wake up if you're the type to roll back over and try to sleep a little longer. You'll also need a Hatch Plus membership, $3 a month, to get access to all of the sound content Hatch has to offer and more routine options. Number 4. Philips SmartSleep Wake Up Light, HF3520. The Philips SmartSleep Wake Up Light might sound similar to the lamp we recommend above, but it has a different shape and is missing the word sleep from the name because it doesn't offer a nighttime routine like our top pick. but it still works great as a morning sunrise lamp, and similar to the other Philips model, it's easy to set up without any instructions on hand. There's an LED clock and 4 buttons below it, one for the menu, one for select, and 2 for volume. This menu is where you set up the time and your alarm choices. There's also a series of discrete buttons on the top rim of the device where you can turn on the alarm for the next day. There's a button for alarm 1 and alarm 2, and a button to get to the FM radio. You can snooze an alarm with a tap to the top, too. It's nice and bright if you want to use it as a bedside lamp, plenty bright for reading a book but didn't fill the rest of my room with as much light as the Lumie Bodyclock Luxe did. This one's great for the price, though, especially if you aren't looking for any nighttime routine or special sounds. Number 5. WiiM Wake Up Light. The WiiM Wake Up Light is a small device, but it turns out to be surprisingly powerful. It has a companion app where you set up the sunrise alarm and bedtime routines and can access a huge range of sounds, from the classics like white noise, thunderstorms, or a forest stream to more specific options like healing music for insomnia, a gentle piano piece, or Santa Julia Beach, which I can only assume was recorded on the French shore it's named after. There's also a big range of colors the WiiM can show, and it reminds me of a smart light bulb since it has color combinations and light shows to choose from. Even with the clock's small size, I found the reading light mode is a nice brightness to read a book by, though it didn't fill the room like the Lumie above. It also is one of the bigger sound libraries, with nearly 70 sound options you can choose in the app to wake up or fall asleep to. I really liked the app controls for the WiiM, which made it easy to set up my routines and even turn on relaxing sounds on a timer to enjoy before bed. The WiiM requires an active Wi-Fi connection to work, though, so if your Wi-Fi isn't stable, you could miss your alarm. It also offers Alexa integration and has a built-in microphone so that it can double as a smart home assistant, which, again, needs that stable Wi-Fi. I also don't love that when I go to quiet the alarm, both the sound and the light turn off. You can easily hit the light button to switch it back on, which I do to stay awake, but if you're a chronic snoozer you might want to set up backup alarms.